Sharkbait, the rumor was that this was going to be your first fight, or this was going to be the year that you turned pro, yet your first fight in 2011 will be an amateur fight. Why is that?
A few little reasons. A few reasons actually that are really motivating. I was planning on having my first fight of the year being a professional fight. It can never hurt to fight another amateur fight, really. But I was planning on, after 20 amateur fights, it's time to go pro. I've been happy with the way things have been going. But I'll give you the lowdown on why I'm fighting one more amateur fight. There's a guy out there. His name is Cody Peterson. Real athletic fighter. He's a good fighter. He's had a lot of fights. His record's nothing special, but he's had a lot of fights. And he's a good fighter. But I'll give you the kind of story on. Maybe you've seen some stuff he's put on the internet and kind of give you the real story on, in my head, on how the situation goes. Basically, it started out as he was training at a different gym, kind of in the KC area. I was training here at Grindhouse. So we were both really good 135-pound like amateur fighters. So we knew eventually we were going to fight each other. So for the ISCF Missouri state title, and it was probably about 13 months ago, a little over a year ago, we fought for the Missouri title, and I beat him in, I think it was 53 seconds or something like that in the first round. So I beat him in 53 seconds. We still, shake hands after the fight. Everything's cool. And then about 2 months later, he decides that he wants to leave his gym and come to our gym. And before me and his fight, there was this, not really beef, but just really competitive edge of like, who's going to win this fight. But we welcomed him with open arms. Yeah, dude, come to our gym, blah, blah. He wants to train with the best, and he wants to get better, so he wants to come to Grindhouse. So he comes to our gym, trains real hard for, I don't even know how long, 5-6 months, has a lot of fights, and he definitely got a lot better just being at our gym. And then out of nowhere, we just stopped seeing him. And he, after training with us, we just stopped seeing him, and he goes and trains. We find out he goes back to his old gym. So that's fine, maybe like our gym just wasn't his style and stuff, so he wants to go back to his old gym. So no hard feelings, everyone still, likes him. He just, was going to go back to his old gym. Well, now, then he starts posting online how he wants to fight me and wants to call me out and how he expects and deserves a rematch. Now, before we even get into the drama of gym hopper, how he's not loyal to anybody, obviously, and how he's going to come to our gym and then go there, we'll throw that drama aside. We'll just go straight rematch. Rematches happen when there's, two people fight each other and it's a close fight, it's a decision, it's a split decision, or, the fight was so exciting fans have to see like the rematch and stuff like that. In this case, me and him, it was like a 53-second, quick one-sided fight, so like to expect it, to want a rematch is understandable, but to expect one and talk stuff online about how what can I do to get my rematch? What do I have to do to get this rematch? Like, well, maybe you should just, win some fights or, compete with me when we fight that, then you get a rematch. So I beat him in 53 seconds. He expects a rematch. That's fine. Then we throw in the fact that he comes over to our gym, working with Kraus, working with Brian, working with Marriott, Darrow. All of us are helping him. Me and him were main training partners for like 5 months. Like me, because we're both 135ers, the same size. We were like really good training partners. Like I looked at him as someone to call to work out with. And then he starts, posting this stuff online about how he wants to fight me and he wants to go back to his old gym and fight me. And I just think, like, as a person, he's kind of a coward in my opinion, as far as going from gym to gym is one thing, but then to call someone out who kind of welcomed you with open arms to help you get better, and he wants to call them out. And then on top of that, I beat him in 50 seconds the first time we fought. Some other fun facts I can throw in this interview while we're talking about our fight.
All right.
I beat John Hollis in 40 seconds. Cody fought him, and John Hollis beat him. I beat Rakan Adwan in a decision. Cody Peterson fought him afterwards. Rakan beat him. So like Rakan Adwan and John Hollis are really, really good fighters, like for sure. But for me to beat them, Cody to lose to them, and then Cody to lose to me in 50 seconds, and then expect a rematch and expect that I'm crazy for maybe considering not giving him a rematch is completely insanity. So basically my feelings on Cody Peterson, coward for jumping from gym to gym. Phil Jones spent a lot of time working with him and making him feel better. He bounces ship and leaves Phil out of nowhere. Then Brian comes and, pours, Brian gives all of his energy to Cody, help him get better. Bam, leaves Brian, comes back to Phil. He's just a coward in my opinion. And then to expect a rematch over someone that beat you in 50 seconds in the first round and you've lost to everybody that I beat, and you're expecting stuff, he's going to get beat up again real quick, and he'll just get set back to reality and just realize where he is as a fighter and where I am and what he should expect in his career, I guess.
Now, you said that you guys were training partners for really close for 5 months. How do you think that will play into the fight? I mean, did he learn any secrets that you may have had, and did you learn any secrets he had, and do you think that'll play into this fight?
I think we're both good enough that, like, when it comes to fight time, you know, like in MMA, you know, when we're standing up and we're exchanging punches and kicks, I think we're both good enough to just fight off of our skills and techniques as far as looking for weaknesses in the other person as a fighter. Same thing with like the ground stuff. He knows I'm good on the ground. He knows what moves I'm good at, what moves I'm weaker at. But I mean, you know, I improve daily here at this gym. I'm sure he improves as well every day. So I don't think that's going to play much of a role because we both probably progress as fighters as time goes on. But I mean, since me and him fought the last time, I was on a different level than he was. I haven't stopped progressing. So if he hasn't stopped progressing either, which I'll give him the respect of him keeping progressing, I'm still on another level than he is. And the way I'll beat him is the same way I'll beat him the first time. I won't beat him via, I'm going to pin him on the ground and Brock Lesnar him and beat him. But if we fight for 3 rounds, he's going to eventually get caught into something. He's going to get caught in a submission. He's going to get caught in something that you know, he wasn't expecting, or basically he'll just get caught in something, making a mistake, and think, oh man, I got caught again, and you know, create excuses. But when in reality, you slipped up and the better fighter beat you again. So
now, when you guys were training together, did he ever mention that he wanted a rematch? Because I talked to him last week and he said that was always a goal of his, to rematch you before either you turned pro or he turned pro.
That's what's hilarious is, like, when he came to our gym, we became friends and training partners. And here at Grindhouse, we would never fight each other. So for him to say his goal the whole time was to fight me again, what kind of person do you think, you know, just the outsiders watching this video camera, you have on record that he said his whole goal was to fight me again, and he comes to my gym and acts like my training partner, my friend, and wants to learn with me, when in the back of his head he wants to fight me again, and that doesn't scream coward. I mean, okay, if it doesn't scream coward, what does it scream? Like, you know what I mean? I mean, I don't think he came over here as a CSI, you know, investigator, like, I'm going to study him and I'm going to play this role of being his friend, and then I'm going to ha 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 and then fight him again later. I just think that's him as a person, as far as, like, I'm going to train with you and really I want to fight you again, but I'm done. And then it's just, he's a coward in my opinion.
So how motivated are you for this fight? Since this is going to be your last amateur fight, it's a rematch, and it seems like you have some strong feelings about fighting Cody Peterson. How do you feel? How motivated are you to go into this fight?
Yeah, I'm usually always motivated for a fight, but for him it's just really, I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess it does bring a little more fire and motivation, but I'm always training and I'm always excited to fight. It's just, I'm excited to set him back to reality, as far as he does get some respect. He is a good fighter. He's a scrappy fighter and stuff like that. But like, I'm going to be looking forward to putting him in check and making him realize like what level he really is on. And you know, I'm really motivated for it for sure.
Now, going back to this card on January 28th, there's a lot of big name fighters on here. We've got Jason High, Rudy Bears, a lot of great pro fights, a lot of great amateur fights. How do you feel that you're also on this card? How do you feel that what that says about you as a fighter?
Yeah, I'm really excited about, like, well, actually, to be honest, I'm excited just after my fight. I'm going to be sitting front row and watching LC Davis, who I'm just a huge fan of, Jason High, Drew McFedries, Todd Duffy. These are guys I've been watching on TV and fight when I was 15, 16, just training. And to be on the same card as them is definitely something that like feels good and is like an accomplishment. At the same time, I keep in my head as far as like, you know, I'm kind of earning my way up and I'm getting a little respect that I deserve as far as being on that card. But those guys are still my idols, and I still, like, you know what I mean, like, definitely respect everything they've done, and I'm really excited to be on the same card. And after I beat up Cody Peterson, I'm excited. It's going to be an amazing night. I get to beat him up, and then I get to watch LC Davis fight front row next to the cage, and that, I mean, that's going to be a treat in itself just to watch him fight.
And then what can we expect from Sharkbait in the year 2011?
I should be having, you know, depending on the way this next fight goes, which I'm pretty confident it's going to go the way I want it to go, I'll probably end up having a professional fight in February and then fighting pro from there on out. I'd like to get, you know, 3 or 4 good pro wins and then maybe see what kind of organization I can get myself set in. Another thing I'm doing is January 9th, I think today's like, what, 27th or something like that?
Yeah.
January 9th I'm going out to Uriah Faber's camp. in training with Uriah and Team Alpha Male from January 9th through January 17th to get ready for Peterson, just to make sure I'm in the best shape, and I'm sure I'm going to pick up a lot of skills from those guys too. So I think my game is going to evolve and definitely hit the next level, even within these next 8 days where I'm going out to California and staying out there and training with Uriah. So my game's